Okay, we're live right now.
Hi, Brady. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Verdun?
Good, thank you. I am going to interview you today and give you a little information about myself, and then I will give you opportunity to give me some information about yourself. And I am a recruiter with the Star Company since 2 years, and I'm here to gather some information from you. Just let me know about you, about your work experience, and about your education.
You want to know just about my work experience in education,
Yes.
correct? Okay. Right now, I'm currently working at my first job still. I've been working at a restaurant down in Enumclaw, Charlie's Cafe. I've got a lot of customer service experience. I started as a dishwasher, but since then, I've progressed to be a host, and that's what I do most of the time, but also I kind of float back and forth between host and cook. So kind of just
Okay.
whatever the company needs most, whatever on any given day. So I'm
Okay.
kind of
Nice.
just a floater.
I have few questions for you regarding that
Okay.
job, regarding this position. The first is what is your favorite type of work to perform on a vehicle and why? So, what is your a best work to do on vehicle and why?
Well, this quarter I'm still currently in Green River Automotive. My first or this quarter I've been doing manual and automatic transmissions, and I've honestly really liked that. It's really R&R, and it's kind of just taking stuff apart, figuring out how it goes back together. And I kind of have
Okay.
I like the challenge of figuring out how it all goes back together and trying to figure it out. So I'd
Okay.
say that's probably
And
my current
okay.
favorite
Nice.
position.
And my next question is what is your most preferred work environment? You like to work in busy or in a slow?
Oh, what was that? You kind of
So,
buzzed
what
out. I
is
didn't
your
really hear
most
you.
preferred work environment, busy or slow?
Oh, I prefer busy because it kind of makes the day go by faster, and I can get in a groove and I can get going a lot faster. Versus if it's
Nice.
slow, then a lot of times you're working on one project, you finish it, and you're just standing around and kind of get into a
Uh,
bog. But when it's busy, you can get into a groove and you can get going a lot faster.
yeah, could you tell me why you want to work for this company?
What was that? Sorry, you buzzed
Why
out again.
do you want to work for this company?
So I've really been interested in Cummins for a lot of years. I've I've been really interested in getting into the diesel industry because it just seems like more of a. I prefer working on just engines. Engines is
Okay.
really more of my what I'm interested
Okay.
in.
Okay. Nice. So my next question is do you work best alone or with a team? So you like working by yourself or you like work with team?
I enjoy working by myself, but it's really nice to work with a team when I have questions, I have somebody to ask, and a lot of the time we can figure out a lot of the problems
Okay.
that we have together. Because through a lot of projects, there's always complications and some things that one person may not know, but another person may not have a lot of expertise in. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Sounds great. Tell me about the most difficult technical challenge that you have in fixing car.
Well, probably the most difficult challenge I've had was pulling an automatic transmission, which was just a few weeks ago. You were present for that. We ran
Yeah.
into a lot of complications, just bolts that were hard to get to. Uh, the procedure that we looked up ended up being not completely correct. It ended up being for pulling the engine and transmission. So we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what we actually needed to follow to pull just the transmission, not the engine. And at first, we spent a lot of time pulling off the intake and all kinds of extra stuff that we really didn't need to just to pull off the transmission. So it was definitely a challenge just trying to figure out what we needed to do
Okay,
and what we didn't need to do, looking through the procedure.
nice. So my last question is like, what are your weaknesses in this industry, like working as a technician? What's gonna be your weaknesses?
My weakness is I definitely say sometimes I take a little too long to perform projects. I like to make sure I do everything right the first time so I don't have to tear everything back apart again. So sometimes I take too long when I'm learning, but I definitely have been looking to improve on that.
Okay, awesome. That was nice to meeting with you, Mr. Brady. I will definitely call you back and let you know for your second interview. So please, yeah,
All right. Thank you, Verdun.
yeah. Thank you, Mr. Brady.